Yes, people, we are back live. We are back live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube for another edition of the ManDem United podcast dedicated to all things Manchester United. So please keep all your comments, all your questions, Manchester United related, please, people. Even though it's international break, as always with Manchester United, there's always rumors. There's always rumors. There's always something to discuss. Big up to everyone who's supporting Sarcasm City TV. As always, love to everyone who is supporting. Whether you're watching this live right now or watching this back after the live, please hit the like button on the video. Vitally important you do that. Hit that like button on the video. Share across all of the socials as well. Share across all the socials and subscribe to the channel Sarcasm City TV. Get your questions in. The title of this in particular episode is would Antoine Griezmann to Manchester United be the right move? So I'll be discussing that, giving my thoughts on that. Ownership as well, looking ahead to Manchester United's fixtures also after the international break is finished, and a big week for the channel as well. People, it's always a big week for the channel, but what I'm going to do this week for you lot, because it is international break, I'm going to be getting lots of special guests on these shows. So all the ManDem United podcasts, all the crossovers are going to have multiple guests on, multiple special guests. When I say minimum 3. So it'll be myself. So, like, for instance, the ManDem United tomorrow, myself, Ivorian, to be a minimum of 3 special guests on there. Then the United Liverpool show, minimum of 3 special guests on there, etc. I'm reaching out to everyone. Same for Manchester United, Arsenal as well. Same for the ManDem United podcast on Thursday and the one on Friday as well, people. So, yeah, man, getting some debuts and some people returning as well. But love to everyone who is currently tuned in. Warrior J, I see you as well. Says big up Flawless, won't be around. Got to troll Lewis's FIFA skills. I know I just got the notification. Just got a notification. Big up Thomas B as well, who says great channel as usual. Manchester United is a day late and $1 short. There actually has been no, because the announcement was supposed to happen in regards to the ownership, and there's still been nothing. Unless they're just dotting all the I's and crossing all the T's, but there legit has been nothing. But to the title, big up Warrior J, who says here, Manchester United have made contact with the agent of Antoine Griezmann ahead of a potential move. Manchester United are prepared to triple his current salary. Griezmann's release clause is thought to be just 25 million euros, which is cheap, actually. 25 million euros, which is 21.9 mil, and that's from, I can't even pronounce that. What does that say? Elno? I have no idea, but it's spelled, people, ELNACIONALCAT. So that's the source. I don't know if that's reliable. I don't know if that's a Spanish journalist, if that's a journalist over here. I am very much unsure, people. And let me know about new listeners headed my way on the Spotify. Large up to everyone who be listening on the audio platforms as well. Get your questions in and run up the likes, because we're even at double figures. What we doing? What we doing, man? Run up the likes. How are we not even at double figures? That is terrible. Continue to share and subscribe. But I said this yesterday with the Griezmann thing, even though there wasn't a reliable source that said it. It is the type of stupid move Manchester United would make. And when I say stupid move, not because I don't think Griezmann's a good player, because I think Griezmann is a good player. I think he's supremely talented, but he falls under, and I put in quotation marks, the baller category. And when you're a baller, some fans are just like, get him in regardless. But Griezmann, if you look at our current team, does Griezmann improve our current team in regards to helping us? Obviously, it'd be an improvement on what we have, but the bar's on the floor. So that's not a major plus whatsoever. But he's a team player. He needs players around him. Griezmann isn't an individual who is going to take you over the top or even take you to the next level. He gets decent output. I checked out his numbers yesterday. But let's not forget, he's 32 going on 33. So let's say we did sign him. Say we signed him in January, or say we signed him in the summer. We then have somebody who's 33 by the end of the season going on 34. Why? Our team is already non-mobile, non-athletic, no P&P, no agility, and then we're bringing Griezmann to that. Makes no sense. We are easily one of the most non-athletic sides. And when I say physical attributes, people, that's not just pace and power. That's not just strength. I'm talking mobility. I'm talking agility. I'm talking mobile. Like, all of these things fall in the physical attributes, and you need that in today's game. Big up to Jacob as well. You need that in today's game, 110%, because if you don't have that type of thing in today's game, you're not successful. When you look at all the best teams in the league, if you look at the top 4, for example, so if you look at City, you look at Liverpool, you look at Arsenal, you look at Spurs, they all have strength in regards to in their squad. They cover all them physical attributes. If you look at City, if you look at Diaz, you look at an Akanji, you look at Kyle Walker, you look at Ake, Vardio, Kevin De Bruyne, even though he's not played as much. Bernardo Silva, people won't put in that bracket, but he's agile, balanced. Phil Foden's the same. Doku's a prime example of that. Jack Grealish is strong, for example. Haaland, you get what I'm saying, is the epitome of what I'm talking about. And the same for Arsenal. If you list through their team, if you look at Saliba, at Gabriel, at Partey, at Declan Rice, at Gabriel Jesus, at Saka, at Martinelli. Same with same with Liverpool. It goes without saying. If you look at their team, from a Kanate to a Van Dijk to a Shabazlai to a Salah to Gravenberch, Gakpo, Diaz. The list goes on and on and on. Like same with Spurs. When you look at Van de Ven, you look at Romero, Adogi, Basuma, Sa, Son. The list goes on and on and on. Like obviously, it's not. City will probably have the most in that list, but look at the names that I'm just naming off the top of my head. And I bet if I pulled up the list of each of those 4 squads, there'll be more players I forgot. There's be players on there that I've forgotten about. And then you look at us, and when our midfield was Mount, McTominay, and Bruno, and Eddie said it on the watch along, that's just got to be the most non-athletic, just non-athletic, non-mobile midfield. It's just durable. And you ain't going to win anything in today's age with that. You are going to win nothing in today's age with that. That's my comb as well, man. I need to comb the beard, but we do indeed move. So, yeah, with GREIZMANN, I just think it makes no sense on our part. Even though his price is cheap, it makes no sense whatsoever. But I said it yesterday, even before I seen this from Warrior J. I didn't even know about this. It's the type of stupid move we would make. Why would we sign GREIZMANN and play him where? That's another thing. Where is he playing? So he's either going to play as a 10 or wide right. Or you lot let me know in the chat, he might play as a false 9 as well. Let's think about that. As a 10, that means he would be there instead of a Bruno, for example. So you're playing him in midfield with who? So let's say it's Casemiro, Amrabat, GREIZMANN. Then who you playing wide right? Bruno's going to play. So Bruno plays wide right. Rashford plays left, Højlund up top. That's not bad. That's for one, that's just not enough quality in that. And 2, there's no balance there. Now, let's say you playing wide right. Then you've got Bruno, GREIZMANN, Rashford, Højlund. Or you playing false that it just doesn't work. Like there's a reason GREIZMANN is at Atletico Madrid and why his release clause is that cheap. But it is the type of stupid move Manchester United would make. We are definitely dumb enough to go and get a GREIZMANN. So big up to Leacher, who says, big up Flawless. Can we swap GREIZMANN and Bruno? Yeah, I suppose we could. But I'm just not with it though. Even though GREIZMANN's an improvement on Bruno, who's not? This is why I said, even though he's an improvement on what we have, insert competent player here, he's an improvement on what we have. So like, that's why I don't use that as a metric to say, oh, he's better than what we've got. Who's not? The list is short of who's not better than what we have currently, because what we have is awful, especially from an attacking output, from an attacking sense. Sorry, when you look at our attacking players, it's awful. It's abysmal. Big up to AJB as well. I see you. Says big up Flawless. Big up to you. Says huge congrats on 8.65K, man. Yeah, man, we're getting there with the subscribers, man. Road to 9,000 subscribers. Trying to get there before the year is out, people. By the time we reach 2024, I want to be on 9K and road to 10K to start the year. Leacher says GREIZMANN can play 8. He'll get eaten alive and play 8 with who? So let's say it's Casemiro with the 6, Leacher. Who's the other 8? Let's say hypothetically what you're saying is true. It's Casemiro in the 6. GREIZMANN is the 8. Who's the other 8? Bruno. Mount. That's a horrific midfield. I'm saying, and that's not me pinpointing GREIZMANN. I'm saying as a collective. As a collective, that's a terrible midfield combined. Casemiro, Bruno, and GREIZMANN. And GREIZMANN can play 8, but his best positions is 10 or wide. Right? I mean, if I'm wrong, somebody correct me if I'm wrong in saying that. It's GREIZMANN's 2 best positions on the pitch, not playing as a 10 or playing off the right-hand side. So we're going to bring him in and play him in a new position in a non-balanced midfield where we already lack athleticism, pace, and power. And you're going up against great athletes in that area as well. Because that's one thing the Premier League is filled with is athletics. Say we play Everton and he's playing against Decore, Onana, and Adricia. Like, come on. And we talk about Eriksen's lack of mobility. That's GREIZMANN as well. I'm saying. Now, and I hear you, Eddie. Shout out to Eddie in the cut as well every single time. Thomas B says you get PMP first and then get a Griezmann. If you're expecting someone to leave, don't do that. I just don't want Griezmann. Like I said, I don't want anybody who's 32 going on 33. Now he's 30. Well, he will be 33 going on 34 at the start of next season. Why? But we're stupid enough to do this. Leacher says Amrabat is not good enough for Manchester United. Yeah, it's not been looking good. It really hasn't. Eddie says we deserve no sauce. Save yourself, Griezmann. Hopefully, it's just talk for his contract with Atletico. Yeah, I hope it probably is just actually. I can't even say it probably is just talk because you never know with Manchester United, Eddie. But like I said, Griezmann just wouldn't work out here. He just wouldn't work out here. Hey, Kingsman, big up to you as well. Leacher says, what about João Neves? Who? I don't even know who that is. Who's João Neves? I have no idea who that is. My phone buzzing off as well. And let's run up these likes, people, because it's just under 30 people here. We ain't even at 20 likes. Like check 1212. Let's run up these likes. Run up the likes. Share this across the socials. Hit the subscribe button as well. Sarcasm City TV YouTube people. What are we doing here? What are we doing? See, make sure I've shared it to the Sarcasm City TV Instagram. Yeah, I don't even know who João Neves is. I got to do my Googles to see who that is. This guy, Benfica, Portuguese professional. Oh, yeah, we got links with him. He's 19. I don't know nothing about him, so I'm not going to lie. I have no, is he a defensive midfielder? Is he an attacking midfielder? Like, you lot are going to have to let me know. Like, what's going on? And continue to run up the questions, man. Get the questions in. Because it's rare you get, not rare, but this is the one show a week I do ManDem United by myself so I can get to all of your questions, people. Anything you got to ask, feel free. Boondocks almost play, looking to get me copyrighted and that. Hilarious. I watched the episode of that yesterday. Hilarious. Absolutely hilarious. Why does it matter, Tomalo? Why does it matter about myself? Don't worry about why I'm where I am. Don't worry about that. It don't concern you. Don't worry about that. AJ says, big up Eddie. Oh, he's saying, yeah, large up to my guy, Eddie. Manchester United are scouting him. He plays in Ben. What type of midfielder is he? That's what I need to know. What type of midfielder is he? Is he an attacking midfielder? Is he defensive? Is he box to box? Leacher, tell me, like, not in terms of skill, profile, who's he like? That's what I want to know. Who's he like? That's what you lot gotta tell me. And yeah, continue to run up the likes as well. You see. Yeah, Warrior J, man. People strange, man. People move like I've already said before, if a girl said that to me, I'd get it to an extent. Well, it is. People are very strange individuals, but I've realized that. But here we are. Some people, I should say. Some people. Very strange. Shit. Sorry, people. Turn my phone on silent. That would be a massive help. But I'm just sharing it out across all the socials. Myself, people. I'll continue to run up the questions. Get your questions in as well. I don't know anything about him, but yeah, just back to the Griezmann conversation. Don't get him. I've already said what it is about him anyway. Like, does he get output? Yeah, but just because he's a baller, people let that slide. I think he's overrated. I think he's overrated, even though, and bear in mind, people hear what I just said. I think he's a good player, but I think he's overrated. I put him in the João Felix category. That's how I think of João Felix. Not saying they're the same level. I'm just saying I look at them the same. I think João Felix is incredibly talented, and I think he's a very, very good footballer. But do I believe he's overrated? Yeah. Because he's allowed to not get output. He's allowed to not deliver. And because he's a technical baller, and I put baller in quotation marks, it's okay. Let anybody else not score in 11 or 12 games. It's okay. Any other attacker, that's okay. That's okay. But here we are. What are we talking about? Have I watched 2 this year? Edie? No, I haven't. Griezmann literally forced Felix out of Atletico. No, I haven't watched him this year. But I know not too much has changed. I know he's a good footballer. I know he gonna put in good performances. But do I want him at Manchester United? No. I know he's a good footballer. I'm tired, man. Like, there's a reason he's at Atletico. He went to Barcelona and it didn't work out. Why would I want him at Manchester United? Why? He's 32, 33. Even at the World Cup, because I've noticed it. Because people say, oh, he plays so well for France. I don't see it. I'm talking about in major tournaments. The World Cup, they won. Euros. I watch him and I'm like, nah. I'm like, okay. He's there's nothing. I put them in the same bracket, but I've noticed that that's just what certain fans like. Once they are a fan of your style, they gonna protect you either. Anyone else don't score in 11 games, it's a problem. But here we are. But Griezmann actually does put up numbers. He gets output. He puts up better numbers. I just don't rate him like that. Big up to It's Just Me. I hope you are all good. She says, hi, Flawless. I hope you're well. Hope you're good too. We'll be watching the England game tomorrow. Is it not today? I swear it's today. If not, but I was looking at it, but I may do from an international. Let me have a look. Because it was a game we was talking about yesterday on the Q&A. That's like a winner takes all. 1 second. I'm literally just pulling up the fixtures right now as we speak. Bear with me. Here we are. Hold up. Let's see. There was a game we was talking. What game was it? And there's a winner takes all. Yeah, Ukraine, Italy. Yeah, England do play today. But yeah, I might do Ukraine, Italy. I'm not sure because we're running Battle of the North because it's international break. That's returning. So, yeah. Maybe not. I don't know. Maybe. Yeah, it's today. I just checked. Flawless for me. I think Evan Ferguson is the perfect other striker for Hoyland, but definitely expensive thoughts. And one of the positive is the United fan, if that matters nowadays. It don't really matter that he's a Manchester United fan, to be honest, because are you good enough or not? We don't play with two strikers. I not watched enough of Evan Ferguson to know what type of striker he's like. I've seen watch bits and pieces, and he seems like a good player, but you're right, he would be expensive. I do agree with that. And we don't play with two strikers. So unless you're going to change the formation and play a back three, the manager's not going to go to 4-4-2. I don't believe he's going to play a 4-3-3. So it's kind of like, yeah, Hoyland will be fine. You know, say we just need to help him. Like the team around him has to get better, but that's on the players and that's on the manager because it's all about balance. That's why when I was talking about Griezmann, when Leacher mentioned him playing in midfield, it's about balance. Same with your front three. It's about balance. Same with your team overall. It's all about balance. That's legit what it is. It's a balance. It's a balancing act. And run up the likes. How are we not even at 20 likes and there's over 30 of you lot in here? What are we doing, people? What are we doing? Of course, if you super chat, I'll get straight to your comment or question as well. And yeah, to Temelo, I know I'm right, but each to their own. Derek says Griezmann has possibly peaked 2 to 3 seasons ago. I'm just not interested in bringing a 32, 33-year-old to the football club. Why? To do what with our team? Like I said, I'm not just looking at him as an individual. I look at Griezmann and look at our team and go, where does he play? That helps us. Where? Like, that's what you got to think of. When I'm thinking about players to come to Manchester United, I'm not just picking out the best individuals. I'm like, okay, where do you fit with what we have going on? Who do you help? I'm saying, do you help the team? Do you improve individuals? Do I think Griezmann improves individuals? Nah, I don't. And that's not a shot at him. I just don't think he's that type of player. Yeah, it is. Hey, big up Scolesy in the cut. Says, my life flawless. Big up, bro. Hey, big up to you. Leacher says, get Ivan Toney. I would love for us to get Ivan Toney, but here we are. I don't think we will. I do not think we will. And to Edu says, Griezmann literally forced Felix out of Atletico. What's this got to do with what we're talking about? Because I legit said, I'm not talking about them in terms of skill level. I'm talking about those two in regards to I look at them the same. I think they're both good players, and I think they're vastly overrated. When they're overrated like they are, vastly overrated. What are we talking about? Derek says, wait, what? You're gonna have to say this again, Derek. I have no idea. How did Lewis jinx himself in the stream? What did he say? What did he do? I know he struggled. Yo, career mode's tough. That's why I ain't done it again. I'm gonna run it again, but that's why I ain't done it on the gaming channel again. I got better, but I just can't defend. Just defending is impossible. Defending is impossible on it, pretty much. I got better at defending. I changed the formation. I got better results, and scoring goals was calm, which is crazy. But on ManDem United, on pro clubs, I play as a defensive player, whether that's centre back in a back three or left-sided centre back in a back three, or I'm playing DM. But then I struggle on the game in career mode defensively, but I excel offensively. Make that make sense. But offensively on pro clubs, I'm there. Make that make sense. So the game, man, is rigged. They be taking liberties. Absolutely rigged. Is that what you said, Fairs? But yeah, Derek, say this again. ManDem instead of say this again. I don't know what this is, Derek. You said ManDem instead of yeah, I have no idea. No idea. Continue to share this across the socials. Continue to run up the likes as well. Jacob says your game is rigged. Yeah, but there's someone out there who's cold at it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's the thing. Someone out there who's just winning quadruples comfortably, winning every game, not even on the legendary level, the ultimate. Like, ultimate is crazy. That's what it is. So yeah, Jacob says, why flawless make me miss them shots from time to time. Yeah, shout out Jacob. Blames me for when he misses on Pro Clubs. This is great. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Check out the Pro Clubs content as well. Make sure you check that out. Without doubt. Maybe around tonight as well, Jacob. And I think TJ's back around as well. So if you want to run it, let me know. Let me know. AJ says, here we go. Honestly, I don't think there's a perfect player with the way Ten Hag wants you to play. So until he's sacked, I don't think you can truly buy anyone. Just go for your best of your youth. No, you can still, but the thing is, you can still buy players, because even though the manager might not be managing at a high level and the pressure's getting to him, you can still see the pluses from certain players. So, right, for example, Onana, I can still see the positives to Onana. Højlund, I can still see the positives. That's the one thing, unpopular opinion. I actually don't mind the vast majority of his permanent signings. The only two I have the issue with are Anthony and Mount. The rest of them, I'm like, okay, I can see a future for you here. It's just the manager's not getting the most out of him. Like, Onana's cool, Martinez fine, Malacia fine, Casemiro, Ericsson. Who else he signed? Højlund. Like I said, excluding Anthony and Mount, excluding loan signings. So, and buying there as well. You know what I'm saying? So yeah, forget buying there, because we've not seen him. I'm not talking about Regulon or Sabitzer or Veghorst or Amrabat. I'm not talking no loans. He just really, like I said, you are like, help. You got to cover up your players' deficiencies. That's why it's a team game. And he's just not helping. But again, he's just panicking. He's throwing players out. Like Rashford's a prime example. As bad as Rashford's been this season, take him off the pitch. Take him off don't play him. Give him a break. Can clearly see his confidence is absolutely in the bin, but yet you just like, I'm just going to keep playing him and just watching him drown. I'm saying it's like going to swim, watching, you know what I'm saying, throwing someone in at the deep end, watching them almost drown, then the next day you throw them back in at the deep end. Maybe don't go back to the swimming pool the next day. Or if you do, maybe go to the, what's it called? Maybe go to the, put them in the shallow end. Try that. But you just like, I'm just going to keep throwing. You just going to keep almost drowning. I bet. Stupidness. Absolute just stupidness. Big up Elvis T. I see you in the chat as well. Leacher says, flawless, was Fred crap or the team made him look crap? No, Fred's not crap. That's too far. But is Fred good enough where Manchester United are trying to go? No. But is Fred crap? No. Fred is not far from a crap player. But he's just not good enough for where Manchester United were trying to go. And when I say that, Manchester United are trying to go and compete for Premier Leagues and Champions Leagues. That's not Fred. But that's insert player name here. There's very few players I think are good enough for that, in whether it's as a first teamer or whether that's as a squad player. That's why I get rid of the most of this squad. Squad can dip in a heartbeat. In an absolute heartbeat. Without doubt. Only likes, continue to earn up the likes as well, man. I know I don't be getting to all the questions during Q&As and during other shows as well, people. Let's see. AJ says, Højlund, I really need. What is this? The goalkeeper will definitely get better with time, so definitely see your point, flawless. Yeah, I got you. That's how I look at it. Leacher says, flawless, the manager made a mistake. We didn't need Onana. We don't even play possession. If the manager's smart, he kept De Gea and used that money on a new centre-back. The fact that he has to split is ridiculous. I disagree with some of this in regards to we did need a new goalkeeper because De Gea is not good enough. No matter what formation you have, not formation, whatever style you're trying to play, De Gea is no longer good enough. So moving on De Gea was the smart move. I like Onana being signed as well. And Onana didn't cost, we wasted over bread. You know what I'm saying? Onana was 40 M's. You see where that 60 million amount, that should have went to a centre-back. That's the waste. That 60 million on Mason Mount should have went on a centre-back. That's where it should have been. Or you just go get Madison for 40 M's and then we would have been fine. So this whole thing, like the money's there because we spent money. So we talk like, how much did we spend on Amrabat in regards to the loan fee? What was the loan fee for Amrabat? If anyone knows, let me know. But the point I'm making is I don't think it was like he was handicapped like that. Because the money was there. It's like Kim Min-jae. We agreed personal terms with him, then didn't put in a bid. So the money was there. See, yeah, and you got that 10 million. The money's there. I don't think it's a question of, money spent here or that took away from money being spent there. No, the money was there. Because you don't necessarily, if you wanted a new centre back that bad, you could have easily went and located one for 10, 15 million. Why not go sign a Bella Kotchap? Why not go and sign a Salisu? That's two centre backs off my head. I think Salisu went for did Salisu go on loan and Bella Kotchap was like 10 million or vice versa? Like Bella Kotchap went on loan and Salisu was like 10 million. The point I'm making is the money's there for a centre back. Money was there, and when I say that, not creme de la creme in regards to price. So not a centre back who's 80, 90 million. You can go get a centre back for 10, 15 million. Without doubt. He chose not to. For whatever reason, that's why I don't hear the excuses of money being spent elsewhere. Like, he chose to spend that money. How he spent that money? Has Rashford scored since England versus Italy? When was that game? If it was after the Arsenal game, then no. Mid-test shed, we could have run it back with Fred, McTominay, and Garner and have the same number of wins. See, that's the problem. The fact that we got rid of players who weren't good enough in regards to Fred and Garner, but then we've not improved in that area, which we haven't. Casemiro, definitely an improvement. Who else? Mount, Amrabat. Not good enough. Not good enough. And that comes down again back to recruitment. It really, really does. You get packed up by Everton. Yeah, man. Like I say, FIFA different, man. EAFC is different. Hey, now over 40 people in the building. Continue to get your questions in. Please keep them Manchester United related, people. Keep them Manchester United related. Big up to Elkin in the cut as well. Was it September? Yeah, we downgraded from Fred. That's a problem. That's the thing is, that still doesn't mean Fred was good enough and I want to bring him back. We should have you got to recruit better. You have to recruit better. September, England played Italy. So whether it was after the Arsenal game or before or not, I don't know. I'm not sure. I really, really don't know. Listen to AJ, man. Please like the video if you haven't. It really helps me out. Yes, it really does. So continue. It pushes it out to the algorithm. It really, really does. Continue to run up the likes as well. Continue to run up the likes, people. Let's see. I'm just checking as well. Subscriber check as well. Road to 9,000 subscribers. Road to 9,000 subscribers. Let's see where we're at. 8,656. Looking for 4 more subscribers, people. Looking for 4 more subscribers. Get us to 8,660. I know there's 4 people who are watching this now who haven't subscribed. Pay the toll, pay the tax when you enter the City of Sarcasm. Make sure you go subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV gaming YouTube channel as well, because we did just hit 200 subscribers on there. So salute to you lot again. I need to put out a post about that because we got to celebrate the milestones, man. All the minor milestones, all the major milestones, we celebrate it all over here. We really, really do. We need to do that. Hold up. I need to try and pattern pro clubs with the ManDem as well and get some friendlies running. If you do have a gaming channel, if you have a channel of your own and you want to run a friendly against the Sarcasm City FC, let us know, people. Let us know. Gaming channel is in the chat as well. Go subscribe over there. Hit that notification bell too. Oh, this is good news. Warrior J says Andre Onana hopes to be fit for the match against Everton on Sunday at Rob Dawson ESPN. Yeah, that's gonna be peak. Plus, they just had the points deduction. Oh, they gonna be on it. They gonna be on it without doubt. That place gonna be rocking. It's gonna be up for it. Sunday afternoon, Sunday evening, should I say? Well, it's early. Yeah, it's late afternoon, early evening. I'm not looking forward to it. But that's insert Manchester United game here. I am not looking forward to any of them. I'm not looking forward to any of them. This other laptop be moving so slow. We're going to help Everton. Highly likely. AJ says, honestly, I truly think 4th is wide open and down to which club has the best January flawless. How do you see your January going if Jim is in it? I don't know, because all this talk about new people, new director of football, people getting removed, new people in new positions in the hierarchy. Cool. That's all well and good. That is calm. It sounds fantastic. Sounds absolutely fantastic. However, on the flip side is One, will they get these people in these positions in the board? Number one. Number two, how much power do these people really have? Do the Glazers still have final say? That's my biggest concern. That's my biggest worry. That's why I will believe it when we see it. One, like I said, getting these people in these positions upstairs. Number one. Number two, will these people on the board have the power to do what needs to be done? So, for example's sake, let's say we bring in a DOF, we bring in a couple others, and they say, we want to remove Ten Hag from his role. He's not good enough. If the Glazers say no, does Ten Hag keep his job or does he remove? Do they get input on that? And on the flip side, let's say Ten Hag is sacked and then the DOF has a list of his guys and he's like, I want to go for Flick. No. I want to go for Simeone, for example. I want Simeone as the next manager. Me and Simeone have a good relationship. I think he'll be good here. We work well together. And then the Glazers and on that side go, no, we don't want to get Simeone. We want Flick. He's cheaper. We don't have to buy him out of a contract, etc., etc. Who wins that debate? Can they say that? There's so many ifs. I have so many question marks in regards to this. I don't believe the Glazers crooks. I don't believe them. I do not believe them whatsoever. They're crooks. So I will believe all of this when I see it. Even with Jim Ratcliffe. Do you have the club's best interest at heart? It sounds good. Sounds good. How about you fix the roof? So yeah, I will see. AJ, but I'm not holding out any hope. That's what I'd say. I am not holding out any hope whatsoever in regards to it. Do I really think too much changes? No, if I'm being totally honest. Nah. I don't really know. It's just me. It says, since Rashford broke up with his fiance, he's not played well. United short on numbers. He can't go away to clear his head and focus on his game, on his return. Is that the case? Somebody did say this, but I didn't know if they was joking. But if that's the case, we need to get her back. And any ManDem understand this. I get this. Trust me. People are wired different. Like, trust me. When you are at your happiest, you're probably at your most productive. And if you've got a good woman alongside you, then that's the case may be. Like, obviously, it's just me. This ain't aimed at you because you're on the flip side. You're on the other side of what I'm talking about. But, like, from the ManDem's perspective, of course. I'm saying. Like, that's just legit what it is. You are at your happiest when you're most productive. Get her back. You know what I'm saying? We need to get her back. Someone needs to pattern that. You know what I'm saying? Like, if she's watching right now, hey, go back to him. We need him scoring goals, getting assists, etc., etc. We need Marcus from last year. So you need to go and you lot need to pattern that. But yeah, if that's the case, it is a shame because that goes to show how much that he was into her, etc., etc. But hey, relationships is what it is. T.O. says your January window won't go smooth. Trust me, maybe summertime. I felt it last year with Chelsea. I don't think any of our windows will go smooth, T.O. Like, I really don't. Hey, big up Tactical Statistician. Says, good morning, my guy. Hope you're doing great today, bro. I'm blessed. Hope you're good too, my guy. Hope you are good too. Now over 50 people in here. Big up to you lot. Large up everyone that's tapped in, but we're only at 27 likes. Like check 1212. Let's get up to 40 likes and make sure you following all the socials, people. I have to keep stopping the show to do this. Follow at That's Me Flawless on Twitter and Instagram. You can see it on the screen at That's Me Flawless. Also at Sarcasm City TV across all socials as well. The links for everything is underneath in the description anyway. And you lot continue to get your questions in. Warrior Jason's Flawless. I don't know if you saw this, but did you see the Luke Shaw news? What is the Luke Shaw news? I've seen no news. What is it? Like, what's the news? Let me know, please, my guy. Because it's good. Definitely. The fact that you're saying that means it's something else. I've seen no news today. So, like, you're going to have to let me know, everybody. To Peter, who says, imagine Sheikh Jassim's investment at the Arsenal. Peter, you're Peter K. You're an Arsenal fan, right? Hey, keep dreaming, man. I'm saying Martin Luther King wasn't the only brother with a dream, my guy. Hey, keep dreaming. Keep dreaming. The fans gassed that Shaw's back. Shaw will make a difference, though. As a centre back, definitely. Do I want to see him at left back? Absolutely not. But Luke Shaw as a centre back, I like. Last season, he was very good. Very, 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 very good. Yeah, T.O. That's my thing. In my opinion, Luke Shaw should come in and play centre back, not left back. Not left back until Martinez is back. Anyway, what do you think? He should just be the backup centre back regardless. I don't want to see him at left back at all. But him at centre back, without doubt, he played very well. I couldn't believe it when the first time Ten Hag played him in a back four. I thought Ten Hag had lost his mind and it worked. And I thought, okay, one off calm, and then he did it again. And then I thought he'd lost his mind and then it worked together. I was like, okay, we're onto something. And when Martinez was injured, he deputized very well. He's not as good as Martinez, but he's competent. And would he improve us? Yes. He'll also improve because he's decent on the ball, progressing the ball forward. So I'm with it. I'm fully with it. But let's see. Make sure. Sorry, people. Phone going off. Obviously trying to get all these special guests on this week as well. Try to do it all. You don't know the pattern. You don't know the deal. They're just trying to reach out. Let me know if this... Actually, people, never mind. I was going to say something. Never mind. Let's see what else you lot are saying as well. Warrior Jake says, Luke Shaw is expected to make his Manchester United return against Everton next Sunday. Also, he'll be back for that. They're going to throw him in. It'll probably be him and Maguire. I'm not gassed about it, but is it a step in the right direction? Yes. Will he help? Also, yes. Big up to T.O. says that happened before as well. Then they got back together and he had that season last season. I don't know though. Hey, we need to get her back. I don't know how true it is because I don't be watching these players' personal lives like that. But from a selfish Manchester United perspective, get her back. If he's unhappy off the hey, we need to get her back. Someone needs to pattern that. They need to sit down or get a new girl. You know what I'm saying? Or get or get a new girl. Like, do that. Need something. Clearly need, you know what I'm saying, enough of it. That's what it is. Kaneki says, flawless. Remember, we had this Griezmann convo with Jez and June during the fan calling show. Yeah, I remember. I do remember. Shout out to Kaneki. Big up to is it I'm gonna call you KM because I don't want to butcher your name, my guy. No disrespect. No disrespect. I don't want to butcher your name, but he says, big up flawless, big up to you. Says you asked the Mount question a few weeks ago. How's this guy escaping the marquee signing scrutiny? Couple things. One, being English. That helps. One, being English. Two, you got the complexion for the protection. That's all. He was supposed to get here and be that guy. You know what I'm saying? Be that guy. Like, that's just what it is. Like, that's why he was getting off with his scot-free. We know what the pattern is. The same way Maguire got, you know what I'm saying, didn't get criticized for so long. That's why Luke Shaw gets escapes with certain criticisms. You know, that complexion for the protection. Let's just call it what it is. That's just legit what it is. So that's how he's escaping scrutiny. And a lot of people as well don't want to admit they were wrong about it. Like, that's also what it is. They don't want to admit that. Whereas I'll admit, like, same way I didn't think he'd be a good signing, if he turns it around, I'll sit here and say, I called this wrong. If he has a phenomenal end to the season and we rise up the table, win an FA Cup, or he's just playing great and he's one of our players of the season and it's like general consensus is Mount was incredible this season, I'll hold my hands up and say, you know what, I got this wrong. You lot, anyone who's a regular watcher of me knows that when I call things wrong, whether it's a player playing well over a season or a certain result or whatever the case may be, I hold my hands up. It's okay, like it's okay to be wrong. Like, it's really not. A lot of people like it's gonna be the end of the world. I know I called this wrong, but this Mount thing called it right. And I think it's because he's dying so horribly as well. Because his death was so quick and it was so horrible. That's also what it is. Because I've said this before. As poor as Manchester United are playing, you don't even hear conversations about him going into the team to change it. Like, prime example, Warrior J just mentioned about United fans being gassed at Shaw's back. And that's going to be a conversation is, will Shaw improve Manchester United? Whether that's him playing centre-back, whether that's him playing left-back, etc., etc. Mount, our midfield's been playing horrible, and there's more conversation about Maino coming back and improving the team than Mason Mount. Bear in mind, this is Maino's first season in the first team. He's a Carrington graduate. And he's being spoken about more than the 60 million marquee signing, number 7, Champions League winner. I think he's won an FA Cup as well, Mason Mount. But like I say, this is a man who people told me was an attacking player, and he has 0 goals and 1 assist in the year 2023. Let that had be certain other people. Let that had been, we'll just use Martial for an example. What would the conversation be if in the year 2023, Martial had had 1 assist and 0 goals. What would the conversation be? Just saying. You know, even though they play 2 different positions, I'm just saying, what would the conversation be? That was the case. Hey, we move. Hey, big up One Touch as well, man. Big up Nigel says, yeah, now. Big up Mr. Take Note, Griezmann, to play where though? I'm with you. You missed the start of the show. I'm not with it. I'm not with it whatsoever. I'm not with it. And I spoke on this in regards to the position he would play. It's like, play where? Yeah, like play where? Where are you playing? Where? Like, what is going on? So I hear you. I'm gonna mod you as well. Give me 1 second. Big up to Stuart B for the super chat. Much appreciated. Says, I got gassed about Qatar. I seen Mbappe in my dreams. This is why. Should not have got gassed about Qatar. This is why when you go back and check, when we was having that conversation and news was coming out every other week and people was gassed and why are you not gassed? We're going to get Qatar and this person reported it and this outlet reported it and there's news coming out of Qatar. And I said the entire time, let's wait and see. Because most people close to this situation, most people who are talking about this situation have no idea what is going on. Because even, let's think about it, when it was Sheikh Jassim versus Jim Ratcliffe, even with the Jim Ratcliffe side, there was no talk about 25%. Nobody mentioned that. Until he bid that, there was no conversation. I didn't see no outlets, no reporters, no fans, nobody talk about it being for 25%. It just goes to show people don't know. And even when Rio Ferdinand said what he said about Qatar, and I said that's someone who's going to have people who are close to the situation, and even he got it wrong. Beckham said what he said in regards to the Qatar. I don't know the exact quotes, but he was basically saying it was going in a positive direction. And look what happened. People gotta relax, but again, fans and media outlets know that fans are gonna get riled up, whether it's good news or bad news. We see it all the time. Transfer window. We'll get linked to someone from someone who's got 200-300 followers on Twitter, and people will lose their minds. Like when Manchester United got linked to Jordan Pickford. No reliable source. And people ran with it. See, this is terrible. A talent ID, we're linked to Jordan Pickford. Who said this? This is why I always ask for source, in particular transfer window. Anytime they all sum along, anytime we was linked to anybody, I said, who's the source? And people will just run with it. Rival fans would run with it from a joking perspective. Fully get that. But then Manchester United fans would take it on board. And we did that with Qatar. This is why I never got gassed. This is why you never see me sat here with the attire. I've got it as well. And I said that. I said, if we got taken over by Qatar, I will do that next week. In the full attire. I had the head wrap with the black thing you have around the head wrap, had the gown thing, the whole nine. It's literally just there. It's literally just there. It's there below me. I've got it. I'm ready. Oh, actually, I tell a lie. It's in the drawer. I was ready to Avenue. But big up for the super chat, Stuart B. When did he get an assist? It was for Chelsea. Because, let me just clarify that. When I was talking about Mason Mount, that's not since the start of the 23-24 season. No. When I say he's got 1 assist and 0 goals in 2023, I'm talking about the calendar year. So from the 1st of January, 2023 to the 20th of November, 2023, he has 1 goal and no assists. No. He's got 1 assist and 0 goals. Just saying. You know what I'm saying? Like that but this was the guy we were supposed to bring in to to help our team and transform our team and be people talk, he's a creative outlet, he scores goals. The numbers tell you he doesn't score goals. The numbers tell you he's not a creative outlet. Word to Russell Westbrook, man. He's just out there running around tricking y'all. Just out there running around. And that's what he's done for Manchester United, just out there running around. People say, he's not had his chance. He's played enough. And we've seen the level he's at, which, mediocre. He's a mediocre player, man. He's moderate. Like, that's just what he is. And at his very best, he's good. That's it. He's nothing special. We splashed big money on him, chased him all summer long. What was it, 3-4 bids? But here we are. Big up to AJ as well. Says, Flawless, I've been meaning to say this to you a while. Thank you for making me a mod, welcoming me into your community. You're a top gent and honestly love your views on football. Hey, big up to you, man. It's all well and good. All people, everyone's welcome here. So I'm glad you feel welcome. You're at home here. You're one of the best mods. Warrior J recommended you, and he's a top guy. So it makes sense. No stress, man. You know what I'm saying? No stress whatsoever. I'm glad you're enjoying being here. So that's good. T.O. says not everyone can run though. Yeah, man. Not everyone can run exactly. And I like the way that you wrote that in the sarcastic font. Just out there running around tricking y'all, man. Word to Russell Westbrook. That's Mason Mount. That's Mason Mount. Like legit. Warrior J says, "Oh, flawless. I didn't even realize it was Battle of the North is back." Yes, we're going live in about 35 minutes, 6 p.m. So yeah, UK time. So 35 minutes from now, because it's international break. Matisse messaged the group chat and was like, "International break. Let's run back Battle of the North." So myself, obviously, the legend that is Matisse, Hassam, Daps, all over there as well, people. But these likes are way too low. 33 likes. There's over 40 people in here. Let's get up to 40 likes. Have we had any new subscribers as well? What are we doing? Oh, we lost a subscriber. Someone probably because I said something, but here we are. Well, let's run back up. 5 more subscribers, people. Get us to 8,660. And Nigel, I modded you as well. You're a moderator on there now. Big up to KM says, flawless. What would you say is the most toxic thing in football these days for you? For me, the Havertz hype has made me hate high ceiling duns. The most toxic thing is football, I would say, is people just not being honest about certain players. And like when I say being not even about certain players, just being honest when they're discussing players they like. Like it's okay to say, I'm just a fan of this player. Cool. Shout out to my guy Eddie. I use him as an example all the time. He'll be honest with his bias. He likes ballers. So therefore, I know a GREIZMANN, a João Felix, a Sancho, etc., etc. He's going to say, bring them to the football club. Simply because that's his preference. So then when I'm talking to him about it, I know he's not trying to, he don't bullshit me. I'd be like, oh no, he forget that he doesn't put up numbers and forget this and that. No, that's the type of baller I want at the football club. Cool. It's just about being honest. That's just what it is. It's like the Havertz thing. Horrible signing. Horrible. Anyone with 2 eyes and a brain could see that was a horrible signing for Arsenal. And Arsenal fans, not all, some Arsenal fans were trying to gas it up like it was good. Stop it. Because if that was Manchester United going in for Havertz, if that was Liverpool going in for Havertz, if that was Tottenham going in for Havertz, Arsenal fans would be cracking up laughing like, what a horrible signing this is. Nowhere on the earth did any Arsenal fan, after they lost, and I don't speak for all fans, but I will speak for the entire Arsenal fan base with this, said after they lost that game and said, lost the title, and said, you know who we need? Kai Havertz. Conversation never happened on no mainstream media platforms, no content creator platforms, no social media platforms, no WhatsApp group, not in person, in the workplace, nowhere did that happen. And you know what the case is? So Arsenal fans don't think I'm going at them. I watched my fan base do it. This fan base did it. My own fan base, I'm a part of, did this with Mason Mount. Nowhere after us losing the FA Cup final and having a good season, winning the Carabao Cup, getting to the FA Cup final, finishing third, second best home record, good defense, etc., etc. Nowhere, no Manchester United fan on a mainstream platform, content creator spaces, any social media platforms, any WhatsApp group, workplace, in person said, you know who we need to get us over the top? Mason Mount. But then because it happened, and because then people love their club, so in this instance, Manchester United fans with Manchester United, Arsenal fans with Arsenal, it's not that bad an idea. Let's call a spade a spade. Like, this is why I don't hear, this is why when you hear me on other platforms, at times I will be much more, I'm laid back, but I'll be much more, let's cut the shit. Like, I really dislike when people try bullshit me. Like, we can disagree all we want. Like, I've had many back and forths with the chat when we're disagreeing, and that's cool. But don't bullshit me. You know it's a bad signing. I know it's a bad signing. You know it's a bad signing. So why are we here campaigning for it? Because he has a Manchester United shirt. Because if I would have said that, that's the thing. We lost to City in the FA Cup final. Was it the Saturday? The Sunday? So let's say I do the ManDem United the Monday. I'm doing this show straight after, and I title it, Manchester United need Mason Mount to get us to the next level. What would the response of that have been? In the chat, on social media, my WhatsApp groups, everything. What would the conversation have been? What would it have been? Like, what are we doing? Like, what would it? I would have got. Imagine I said that. Or because Ten Hag and the Manchester United people say it's all of a sudden it's good. No, man, use your own eyes and your own brain to figure that out. As much as these people are much more knowledgeable than I am, which they are, they still get things wrong. Yeah, T.O., imagine what the conversation would have been if I would have said that straight after the FA Cup final. Mason Mount is needed to take Manchester United to the top. Or flip side, Arsenal lose the when City were crowned champions. And the next day, I do the ManDem United Gunner Talk. And Cam's on here, and TJ's on here, and I get some other Arsenal fans on here, and they're all saying, you know who Arsenal need? Kai Havertz to take us over the top. Let's say Lee Gunner would have done a video saying that, or pick big Arsenal YouTuber, or AFTV would have done it. Like Don Robbie would have done that, or whoever. Pick any Arsenal fan, a deluded gooner, whoever the case may be. Pick an Arsenal fan. Say Troops would have done it. What would the conversation have been? What would the comments be underneath that video? Lost your mind, horrible. But because Arteta and Arsenal said it's a good idea, now we going back it. Foolishness. And big up to Tyler Jones, man. Much appreciated for, I believe, is that a sticker? I'm not even sure what that is, but much appreciated for the much generous donation. Much appreciated. Tyler Jones, if you got a question, let me know, and I'll get to it. Let me know. But much appreciated. Love for the donation, my guy. I think it is just a donation still, but much appreciated. Like, for real, much appreciated. Like, that's it. But big up, man. Like, for real. Like, thank you, man. Tyler Jones, thank you. Very generous. Big up to LAJ, who says, yo, Flawless, I'm good. Hope you're blessed. Have I been to South Africa? No, I haven't been to Africa. I haven't been to South Africa, no. I'm saying, but shout out to all my South Africans in the building. I haven't. The way you said my name was good. All right, that's good. Because I don't want to butcher anybody's name. Like, I really don't. Yeah, T.O., imagine that. That's being generous. You know, I would have got called every name under the sun. Madman would have been the nicest thing that got said to me. If I would have said at the end of last season, yeah, go get Mason Mount. I give him a number 7 shirt. Big up to Aston. He says, United fans, please keep laughing. It's depressing seeing Gooners really trying to lie to themselves. All clubs have one waste man. It's a new transfer target, but that's why we need fans to help extradite the foolishness. The thing is, fans ain't want to have an impact. Managers and the club are going to do what they want to do, but let's just call it how it is. Please. But yeah, Tyler Jones, man, if you're still in the chat, like I said, feel free to get your question in as well. And let me know where you're actually watching from, because I don't even know. Is that AS? It says AS dollars. Well, it's A and then a $sign. Well, big up, much appreciated regardless. Much for real. I just love to know where you are watching from, sorry. Big up to Stuart B. Says, Ten Hag was moving mad with that Mount signing. Thing is, it made no sense at all. All we could see it. All I'm keeping is Varane, Cass, Leacher, Hoyland, Garnacho, Mano, Onana, the rest can bounce. I hate you. Without doubt. I'm with you on that. I hear you, Stuart B. I hear you. Oh, Australia. Hey, big up, man. Jeez, let's go. I'm saying Australia. All right, we just need. I'm trying to think. I think we've covered every continent. Like in regards to Sarcasm City TV, we've had watchers from everywhere. I think. Now Australia. I don't think we've ever had anyone from New Zealand, but Australia, yeah. Actually, now we have from New Zealand because Nate is Jacob's guy. So that's crazy. Australia, you know. Hey, Tyler Jones, man. Big up. Appreciate it, my guy. Appreciate it. Thank you. Shout out to my Australians as well. Yeah. Me and Lewis are definitely going to play one-on-one on EAFC. 100%. We definitely going to run it. That's bro. So we definitely going to run that sometime. Without doubt. See what else you are saying. Shout out to Amber. Says, we should have gone for Neymar and given him insane wages and number 7. Fuck it, he's better than Mason Mount, even if he's getting on. Because Amber, I don't know. I was going to say my guy, but you could be a female. So no disrespect. And that's to anyone. I know I always just naturally say my guy, even though I know there'd be females be watching. So apologies, no disrespect to anyone again, for real. Just correct me in the chat. I said that if we're gonna go and get someone and spend big money on them and give them a number 7 shirt, go get a needle mover. For all Neymar's faults, and I've criticized Neymar more than most, I said that. I would have taken Neymar, yes, because he is a difference maker. Because people kept looking at it and going, don't sign Neymar, because what happens if it goes wrong? And I hear that. Injury record, would he settle? Him taking you over the top, all that stuff. But what happens if it goes right if you get someone of Neymar's quality in? If you sign a Neymar and it goes right, you have one of the best attackers in Europe. Clear. Neymar on top form, is there a better attacker in the league? Neymar at his very best, is there a better attacker right now in the Premier League? I don't think there is. So why would I not want to roll the dice and run that risk with someone? If you're gonna risk take majorly. Like, that's what it is. Like 110%. Like, if someone knows, if someone can think of one, let me know. Here what I said: Neymar at his very best. Is he the best? Is there a better attacker in this league? That's why I said run the risk with a Neymar. I said I would throw the bag at an Mbappe. Needle movers. That's what it is. If we're gonna go that route and you go for a big marquee money signing, go and get someone who at their best is a needle mover. Would Neymar, could it have gone wrong? Absolutely. Do I believe it would have gone wrong? Probably. Because he doesn't get on the pitch enough. Like, from an injury perspective, then you worry about him settling in Manchester as well. Then him dealing with being kicked, even though League One is very, very physical. But I still would have run the risk because it's Neymar. And we are trying to catch everybody. Now, if we were sitting at the top of the tree and we're comfortable, there's no need to run that type of risk. What did Meek Mill say, man? Scared money don't make no money. That's what it is. Sometimes you have to roll the dice. Go roll the dice. And big up to KM, says sarcasm, world TV settings. Come on. Yeah, man, we out here, man. Worldwide, for real. Big up Tyler Jones. I say, man, locked in from South Africa. Man, locked in from Australia. Crazy. All over the world, man. Continue to run up the likes as well. 36 likes, people. 4 more. Girls up to 40 likes. Girls up to 40 likes. Hit the subscribe button if you are indeed new as well. I'm going to close out in the next 5 to 10 minutes or so. Don't forget, though, doing the most, even though there's no Premier League action this week. Well, there was no Premier League action this weekend, just gone. I will be doing the most regardless. Ryan will be there, Jez will be there, Ahmed will be there, and we'll just be doing a Premier League Q&A on the season so far. So we're just answering all your questions. You can, like I said, ask Jez, Ahmed, Ryan, and myself all questions. You see, to Aston, this is the point I'm making though, because you said Neymar is injury prone. I'd rather buy Eze for that money or Maddison. Here's the thing: is what I'm talking about. Is I said that Neymar is injury prone, so it would go wrong. I said verbatim, my biggest issue with Neymar is his injuries. But say he comes to Manchester United and doesn't have those injury problems. What a player you have, and it's not one or the other. Neymar could play with a Maddison. Hypothetically speaking, you play Maddison in the 10, you play Neymar from the left. That could work. It's not like they play the same positions. I wouldn't want to play Neymar in the 10. I would just play him from the left and just give him a free role. Give him a free role if you sign in a player of that caliber. Because he's the type of player who can take you over the top. He's the type of player who can take you to a Premier League title. He's that good. He's the type of player who could take you to a Champions League in terms of talent. And again, for those that are new here, I've been critical of Neymar. We discussed this on was it the Q&A? The Q&A on, not the last one, the Q&A before the last one. I can't remember when it was. And I was talking about how after Barcelona, he failed with the talent he has. Because he had the opportunity to go down as one of the greatest of all time in terms of accomplishments. Because he had won, a Champions League there, won a quad or whatever it was, had won Champions Leagues, had won the Ligas as well. Well, one Champions League and won the Ligas. So imagine he went to PSG, won 2 more Champions Leagues, and won a World Cup with Brazil. What would the conversation be about Neymar? If he had 2 Champions Leagues, 1 World Cup, the Liga titles, Ligue 1 titles, talking about him as one of the greatest, and throwing Copa America in there as well because he's good enough. But he didn't. He just floundered. No World Cups, no Champions Leagues. It's like, you got to deliver. And he didn't. It's not all on him, but I'm holding you accountable because of the talent you have. Let's see. Final few questions, people. Check out the upcoming live stream schedule. There may be an NFL show tonight on the Twitch as well. I'm not sure. If there is an NFL show, you won't get Spurs Clippers. If there is an NFL show, then you won't get Spurs Clippers. If they're not doing the NFL show, I need to message the ManDem, then you will get Spurs Clippers. We're back on the Twitch as well, people, for those that don't know. All the content that was on the Sarcasm City TV kick, we're now back on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch, people. So all your Premier League watch-alongs, Champions League, FA Cup, NBA watch-alongs, NFL show, F1, boxing, all back over on the Sarcasm City TV Twitch, people. See what else you lot saying as well. Sorry, I'm just waiting for this net. See, because the YouTube studio is quicker than the StreamYard. That's what it is. Takes its time. And go subscribe to the Sarcasm City TV gaming YouTube channel. Recently just went over 200 subs on there. Nick says, under Ten Hag, any leader that has won something significant will fail. Ten Hag don't like being told he's wrong. Oh, yeah, don't get me wrong. When I'm talking about players hypothetical, because obviously the Neymar conversation's hypothetical, it's not realistic. But when I'm talking about any players joining, that's without Ten Hag. Like, I'm already fully aware it's a question of when he gets sacked, not if. So when I'm talking about Manchester United and future players coming in from a hypothetical standpoint, I'm not talking under Ten Hag. Manager's cooked. He's done out. I've said it, he don't make it till New Year. Even when I look at, let me actually have a look at our fixtures. When I look at our fixtures, let me have a look. Hold up. Let me have a look. So, here we are. So having a look right now as we speak. So this is us after the international break. Everton away, Galatasaray away, Newcastle away, Chelsea home, Bournemouth home, Bayern at home, Liverpool away, West Ham away, Aston Villa at home, Nottingham Forest away, 30th of December. That's us up until New Year. Everton away is going to be extremely tough. Galatasaray away is so important. I could see him getting sacked if we lose that. 100%. Newcastle away, going to be tough. Chelsea at home has draw written all over it. Bournemouth at home, the most winnable fixture, and I'm not confident about that. Bayern at home, depending on what goes on in the Galatasaray game. Hopefully we stand up and be counted. Liverpool away, I can see him being sacked. West Ham away, we could easily lose that. Villa don't travel well, but we could still lose that. Forest away won't be easy. I don't think he makes it till New Year. I really, really don't. Really, really don't. For real, for real. Galatasaray away, that's the one. 5:45 p.m. Like, as much as Everton away is important, which it is, that Galatasaray game away, I just want the players to just stand up and be counted. That's it. Just stand up and be counted. Like, shut me up. Shut up all the fans. Go out there and win. Because the crazy part is, you still have a great chance of getting out of the Champions League group. As poor as Manchester United have been in the group, as poor as we've been in the group, we still have a legitimate chance of getting out of the group. Because if we beat Galatasaray away, Bayern Munich beat Copenhagen, we then go second in the group, 2 points clear Galatasaray. I think it's 6 points. Let me just double check that. I think I'm right in saying this. Yeah, because we're currently sat on 3 points. So if we win, that will take us to 6. And that would jump us up to second. If Bayern beat Copenhagen, Bayern will be on 15. We'd be on 6 points. And Copenhagen and Galatasaray would be on 4 points each. Then it's just a question of Bayern are going to they've won the group, so they could potentially rest players for the game at Old Trafford. So we can still get out of the group. Shut me up. Stand up and be counted. But every time I've asked for this, the players never do that. Tyler Jones says, "Nah, we'll see you in Europa." You think we're finishing third in this group? Does he know? I've seen rival fans say that. I think we finish in third. Tyler, let me ask you, who do you think we beaten? You think we beaten Galatasaray away or Bayern Munich at home? Is that what you're telling me? Could easily end this group on 3 points. What are you talking about? What are we doing here? How often is any Manchester United fan confident, apart from Haldane who called it, he was confident about us going away to Galatasaray and winning? Why? We haven't beat anybody of any quality away from home. The best team we beat away from home is Fulham. We Fulham away from home in a non-convincing performance. Burnley away from home, non-convincing performance. Sheffield United away from home, non-convincing performance. Who else we beat? Of course I'm worried about Everton. I'm worried about everybody, Tyler. It's insert team here. If a team is something FC, I am worried. Yes. We haven't played well away from home all season long. I'm just looking at that's all we've won is them 3 away games. Jesus, we are abysmal. We are shocking outfit. In terms, even though we're the informed team, I'm talking performances. We ain't putting a good performance away from home all season. It's almost December. I'd be amazed if United didn't finish last in the group. I hear you, Nick. Well, if we don't finish second in the group, we better finish last in the group. I don't want to do Europa. Just letting you lot know now, if we finish third, no Europa League watch-alongs. I'm just letting you lot know. No Europa League watch-alongs. Not doing it at all. Nah. I'm not involved. I'm saying in the slightest. I'm not. F all of that. Eric Ten Hag is not a good coach. He can't get along with top players. Yeah, I think he's just, what's it called? I think that's just what it is. He just found his level is not Manchester United. Do I think he's a good manager overall? Yes. Do I think he'll be successful after here? Yes, he's been successful before here. Just that this level is different. Being at Manchester United Football Club, I've said it before, I'll say it again, the pressure you are under is ridiculous. You are under scrutiny 25/8. Not even 24/7, 25/8. Not even 25/8, 26/9. That's how much. We're going one further than 25/8. It's 26. Everything you do and say is watched, analyzed, criticized. Everything you do is watched, analyzed, criticized. On match days, non-match days, post-match press conferences before the match, press conferences after the match, interviews before and after the match, anything you say. Kind of like being in court. Anything you do say can be used against you. That's what they say. That's what they say when they arrest you, right? Anything you do say can be given against you. But you got my young G Nero in the cut as well. Anything you do say can be used against you. Anything. I'm telling you that right now. Yeah, of course, Everton will be motivated. Without doubt, Everton will be motivated. Of course. Well, you don't even have to, and that's all you need to beat Manchester United is just be motivated and put in effort. We ain't played well away from home all season. We got 3 wins. All 3 wins. Well, 2 of the 3 wins were late goals. The Sheffield United win was a late goal. The Fulham win was a late goal. And then the Burnley one was just a struggle. But that was just a struggle. And it was like a moment of class. Well, 2 moments of class one from Johnny Evans and one from Bruno Fernandes that won us the game. Bear in mind, 2 of those 3 I mentioned the championship sides. Out here struggling against championship opposition. They are championship level. Championship. Here we are. So yeah, Everton away. There will be a watch along for it, but that's definitely going to be a struggle. Galatasaray away. That's the one I'm looking at. And going, just win. Go there and stand up and be counted and go there and win. Don't embarrass us and go win. Do I believe it happens? No. Best I think we can get is a draw, to be honest. But you ask me closer to the time, I'm going to predict us to win. Because that's just my nature and how I am. But yeah, 44 likes, big up you lot. We are going to close out this show. Don't forget, 11:30 p.m. UK time. We'll be back doing the most Premier League show as well. Keep a lookout on all the socials in regards to what's going on the Twitch tonight, because there will be something, whether it's an NFL show or whether it's an NBA watch along, either or, people. And you may get some pro clubs on the gaming channel, but if it's not pro clubs, I'll probably run GTA. I won't lie, I'll probably run GTA. Tyler says it would be typical if you lot won a few of these games during the stretch. I don't see it, but I think that stretch has just happened. But I hope you're right, and I hope we do pick up some wins. And for those, I'm a Manchester United fan, shut me up. At this rate, does Rashford and Bruno really stay after next summer? Rashford not performing will eventually cost him, and he's not mentally strong enough if a real manager comes in. To Nick, yeah, I could see Rashford staying, because a manager will look at him and go, all right, I know what you can do, so I know Rashford has the attributes to be an effective squad player. It's just the problem is he's the main man and you're starting him week in, week out. Like, no, you get better quality and then you bring Rashford off the bench. So a manager might, but it depends on the manager and what style he's trying to play, etc., etc. As for Bruno, again, depends on the manager, number one, and two, them Saudi links. I'm saying it depends. It's on them Saudi Arabian links. Let's see if a Saudi team comes in for Bruno. But again, we could have a manager who likes both of them, a manager who comes in who doesn't like either of them, or one or the other, or one of them. Like, who knows? It's big ifs. It's really big ifs, and this depends on the Jim Ratcliffe takeover, the DOF, etc., etc. Like, who actually has input? There's so many question marks. There's so many variables with this question. So we just gotta wait and see. Big up to Eli, says just tuning in. I'm stuck at work, so I'll be listening to this on the playback. Yeah, man, enjoy, man. And love to everyone who is locked in live right now, or maybe watching this back. Big up to you. Don't forget, you can listen. If you're like Eli and you're at work and you don't want the YouTube app open, this show, all the other shows on the channel. This is a beautiful segue, so thank you, Eli. Beautiful segue. This show and all the other shows on the channel are available on audio-only platforms, people. So all the shows you see on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube, apart from watch-alongs, are available on all audio platforms. So Spotify, iTunes, Apple Podcast, SoundCloud, wherever you get your podcast, type in Sarcasm City TV, and this show, all the other shows will pop up. So if you're like Eli, you want to listen while you're at work, here. If you want to listen while you're cooking, while you're cleaning, while you're driving, you may be at the gym, may just be traveling around. Maybe you don't want the YouTube app sucking up all your data. Maybe you download one of it. You download a few of the episodes and you're just listening on your journeys. That's absolutely fine. Links are underneath in the description. It's Sarcasm City TV for everything. So Spotify, make sure you follow us. Hit us with the 5-star on Spotify. All you iPhone users, iTunes, Apple Podcast, 5-star us and leave us a review. Same with SoundCloud. If you listen on there, hit us with the follow button as well. But we are going to close out. I'll probably send you lot because we're going to do Battle of the North in about 9 minutes or so. So just under 10 minutes. So I'm just going to send you lot over there because I believe Matisse has set the stream up. So we'll just raid Battle of the North if he has. Let's see. Nah, he hasn't. You know what? I'll just send you lot to Lewis's stream because it's not even popped up. So yeah, I'll just send you lot to Lewis's stream. Big up Lewis every single time. That's my G. So yeah, man, go check out Lewis. Right, we hit 46 likes, so just under 50 likes. You lot are real ones, man. You lot are real ones. And we got the sub back, so we're still 4 short, but we're back 11:30 p.m. UK time, right here for doing the most Premier League Q&A so far. But this has been the ManDem United podcast live on the Sarcasm City TV YouTube. Big up for tuning in.